Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We begin with a dramatic spike in cases. Kern County Public Health announcing 918 new cases today. That's the most we've seen since the summer. That brings the county's total to over 39,000 positive cases since March. To date, Kern County has lost 445 lives due to the virus after 5 new deaths were announced on Saturday. Over 9,000 people are recovering at home, while 65 remain isolated in local hospitals with more serious conditions. And this as COVID-19 cases skyrocket across the nation, the U.S. now surpassing 12 million confirmed cases. According to NBC News data, more than 255,000 Americans have died. New daily cases are approaching 200,000. On Friday, the country recorded more than 198,000, a new record. States across the nation are seeing a surge in cases, and some states like California are bringing back restrictions to try and slow the spread. And we are currently following a train derailment that has shut down Highway 99 near Visalia Municipal Airport. Now, according to California Highway Patrol, the derailment happened around 7 this morning near Highway 99 and Avenue 328. Now, they have closed all lanes since. Tulare Fire says railroad cars may be leaking some type of hazardous material. CHP says you better expect delays for several hours as they work to clean it up. And now in your 17 Crime Watch, we have new information on a shooting overnight that left 1 dead. It happened just before 9:30 last night in central Bakersfield. Bakersfield police officers were sent to the alley on 8th Street near Palm Street for a report of a shooting. They found 21-year-old Stephen Douglas Eubanks with a gunshot wound to the head. He was rushed to the local hospital where he later died. Officers shut down the north and south ends of the alley for the investigation. Police did not release any information on the shooter. Anyone with any information is asked to contact BPD at 327-7111. And the sheriff's office is investigating a shooting that left a man hospitalized in Buttonwillow. It happened just before 6:30 Saturday night, East Front Street near Willow Street. And when deputies arrived, they found a man shot in the back. He was airlifted to Kern Medical and is expected to survive. His name was not yet released, nor was any information about the shooter. If you know anything about this shooting, you're urged to contact KCSO at 861-3110 or use the secret witness hotline at 322-4040. Well, as cases soar across the U.S. and throughout the state, the governor's curfew order is facing some backlash after going into effect this weekend.
It has no value and no bearing on life itself. It's not going to stop the coronavirus by us not being here at 10 o'clock at night.
Now, as the curfew went into effect Saturday night at 10, protesters had already taken to the streets outside the Kern County Museum and on L Street in Bakersfield College parking lot right across the street from KGET studios. Some demonstrators holding flags that said no to Newsom and Trump 2020. A caller told 17 News up to 50 cars gathered in the area. These protesters weren't the only ones challenging state orders. Local restaurants like Wiki's Wine Bar allowed customers to come in after 10 p.m. and Maggie's Sunrise Cafe is still allowing indoor dining. Aside from these exceptions, many restaurants followed the state order and closed their doors.
We're shutting down the restaurant at 10 o'clock. As soon as everybody's done eating, everybody's going to have to leave.
Rod Crawford is the owner of Pyrenees Cafe. He says he doesn't agree with the curfew, but he'll enforce it so his restaurant doesn't get shut down. The state order applies to all counties in the purple tier, those at high risk of spreading COVID. It says people can only leave their homes after 10 p.m. to go to grocery stores, perform essential work, or even pick up food. But local law enforcement has no plans to crack down on private gatherings, with the sheriff's office saying flat out they won't respond to calls for only large gatherings. The curfew will remain in effect until December 21st. It runs each night from 10 p.m. to 5 in the morning. And another act of defiance this weekend as a local club hosts a gathering health officials say poses a significant health threat to the community. Flyers obtained by 17 News show the group Kern County 4x4 Off-Road planned the event that started Saturday night at 10. They advertise their location with Google Maps coordinates, which trace the event to Southwest Bakersfield. The page's Instagram account tells partygoers to wear masks, but video from the group posted this week show crowds of dozens, if not hundreds of people in close contact with no mask or any other measures to keep visitors safe from the virus. That leaves the community at a heightened risk of getting sick while possibly delaying reopenings as infections continue to rise. And California Governor Gavin Newsom and his family under quarantine, isolating at home after 3 of Newsom's children were exposed to CHP officer who tested positive for COVID-19. This information from a tweet the governor made last night. Newsom says his entire family tested negative, but will adhere to local guidance by quarantining for 14 days. And the University of Oxford and AstraZeneca have reported that late-stage trials of their COVID-19 vaccine showed it prevented about 90% of people from developing the coronavirus. The results reached 90% when people were given a half dose followed by a full dose 1 month later. Now, when given 2 full doses a month apart, the vaccine was only 62% effective. 2 other drug makers, Pfizer and Moderna, last week reported preliminary results from late-stage trials showing that their COVID-19 vaccines were almost 95% effective. Now, one of the most important things that you can do to help slow the spread in our community is get tested. And Bakersfield College is once again hosting a free testing site. It's happening tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the BC parking lot at Haley Street and University Avenue. The site will be operated by Kern County Public Health in partnership with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. No appointments are necessary to pick up a test. However, attendees are asked to wear a mask and socially distance while on the site. They'll also be handing out free face masks to those who do not have one. In our 17 Health Watch, this week you can give blood and win a prize. Houchin Community Blood Bank is asking you to come out and donate blood, platelets, and plasma to help restock their supply. And as an incentive, you could win up to $500. It's part of their Black Friday mystery boxes, which starts today and will run through Saturday. All you have to do is donate and then choose a box that contains a gift card, possibly up to $500. For more information, head to hcbb.com. Let's send things back over to Kevin, who can give us a look at what we can expect this Thanksgiving.
Weather is looking good. If you are going to have a couple of family members, maybe having it outdoors, the weather is going to be perfect. But again, can't remind everybody enough that social distancing is so important. We've got temperature right now 58 degrees, so nice and comfortable out there under a calm wind right now. Now, yesterday we hit 63. That's right on track with where we should be this time of year. 82 is the record, and tonight 4:45 will be your sunset. And temperatures running into the 50s in all valley locations. We have 40s and 50s in the mountains. Tehachapi still holding on to that 48. Our regional forecast today, great temperatures, 64 in Sacramento, 61 in Fresno, 60s to the south as well into LA and San Diego. The warm spot out west will be Phoenix. They're going to be near 80 today. Now, the beaches also looking very nice with lots of sunshine. A north-northwest wind 10 to 15 and a high of 64 for the daytime high. As we take a look at the air quality today, unhealthy for sensitive groups, your AQI at 105, and we'll look for temperatures today to be into the 60s, 61 in Bakersfield, 60 in Delano, 58 in Taft. And then for the mountains, mostly sunny but breezy. Westerly wind 25 to 30, gusting to 50 near the passes. 51 in Fraser Park, 50 in Tehachapi today, and we'll be right near 60 into the Kern River Valley with Lake Isabel at 58. Out in the desert, sunny skies, a west wind 20 to 30, gusting to 55. 61 in Mojave. We've already seen some of those gusty winds out in the desert. And your extended forecast looks like this. 62 for tomorrow. We will see a dip in the temperatures on Thanksgiving, mid-50s and maybe a few clouds. And then by Friday, mostly sunny and 61. Into the mountains, if you're going to have maybe that turkey outdoors, well, it's going to be a little chilly. 48 degrees, partly cloudy, and then we'll warm things back up for the weekend near 60. And then for the Kern River Valley forecast, we'll be back into the 60s tomorrow, but then right back down on Thursday, partly cloudy and 57. But then by the weekend, we warm up again. You'll be near 70 by Sunday. So overall, not a bad week forecast, not a bad forecast. It will be dry, even though we'd like to see a little bit of rain around the area. Last year for Thanksgiving, remember, we picked up over half an inch of rain. No rain expected for this year. That's a look at your forecast. Nicole will have more news coming up.
Bakersfield College continues to celebrate our local veterans with a giveaway event that starts today. The college has been showing honor and appreciation to current and past members of the armed forces who have given their time in service to defending our freedoms. Now, today and tomorrow, currently enrolled veteran students at BC and their dependents can pick up a Veteran Resource Center backpack filled with educational supplies and resources. You can check out BC's veteran webpage for more information. And a reminder as we approach Thanksgiving that the U.S. Postal Service will be closed for the holiday. Although there will be no regular mail service, the USPS notes Priority Mail Express is delivered 365 days a year, or 366 days in this year's case, and will still be delivered on November 26th. Normal delivery and collection schedules will resume on Friday, November 27th. And a reminder, trash pickups will be affected this Thanksgiving Day. The City of Bakersfield Solid Waste Division says they will not pick up trash on Thursday. All trash pickup, recycling, and green waste services will be picked up Friday instead. The office will be closed Thursday, but will reopen on Friday. And the Blessing Corner Ministries is still in need of dozens of volunteers to help with their meal distribution event this Thanksgiving. The annual event returns to provide Thanksgiving Day dinners from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the church on Union Avenue and 1st Street. This year's event is a drive or walk-up event due to COVID-19. Masks are required. Pastor Bonnie Turner says they need about 30 volunteers to deliver and distribute those meals. You can register to volunteer or donate towards the dinners at theblessingcorner.com. And animals at Calm will be treated to a Thanksgiving feast with help from you. The zoo is holding its annual Feast for the Beast food drive this Friday. It runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can donate animal food and supplies in exchange for free admission. For a full list of food and supplies needed, visit their website.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to KGET.com.